What if everything was up to you? The way you are, the way you perceive things, the way what you believe is truth, what you believe is fact. What if it all just depends on you? What if you are the only power and the only source in the universe and you're living your own experience, your own reality? You see, especially in Western societies, which is what I live in, they try to tell you what is fact, what is truth, and anything that shies away from those things they consider to be blasphemous or just not true, and you basically stepping out of line, and like they try to neatly push you back into line to believe that, look, this is how reality works, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to live, this is how you need to be. Now follow along nicely and all will be well. Don't 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 stick your hand out and say, oh, I'm going to do something different. We don't allow that here. That's not how things work. Well, they don't work in society because you're not following the leader. But it does work for you if you say it works for you. And this is my point here. What if everything that we believe to be true is true? Everything we believe to be false and fake and all those other things, what if those are also false and fake because we say so? What if our discernment, what if our choice to see whatever we want to see, positive, negative, what if that's all true for us? Because what if we are the source? What if we are the only source around? What if me, you, people in this parking lot that I'm at right now, co-workers, family, what if we're all the same source? What if we're all the same being masquerading in this high-tech 3D reality, quote unquote reality, as, separate individual beings, but on a quantum level, on a molecular level, we're all the same being. We experience our own realities, again, quote unquote realities, by what we feel and what we believe to be true or untrue for us. So just because I say I don't have to work to make money, I don't have to work to receive money, that is true for me. But you ask someone else, they say no, you have to grind, you have to suffer, you have to work hard for the rest of your life. So then you can retire like the rest of society. That's true for them. It isn't an ultimate truth because it's not my truth. It's their truth. They see they see evidence of their truth. I see evidence of my truth, but it's what our focus and attention is focusing on. What we're attentive to, what we give power to, because if we are the awareness that is God, that is the universe, just like again, pretending to be human bodies, flesh bodies, that means if we are that same source as God, the same source as the universe, whatever you want to call it, that means we are gods. We are literally gods. We are the universe itself. Seeing through human eyes, um, seeing through perceivable limited eyes, perceivably limited eyes, but the more deep diving you go, the more you test around with quote unquote reality, the more you find out that that's not true. Like a lot of things we were told weren't true, and a lot of the things that we want to, whatever we want to believe is true. So that gives us a lot of power. And you don't have to believe me. You can just kind of look at what you believe to be true and not, or not, and see if it's playing and coming true in your reality, the way you see it and the way you believe it, the way you perceive it. Because I can guarantee it is. But here's another thing. Here's another challenge for you. Take those things, and if there's anything in your life, in your experience that you don't like, or you see as necessarily not good, and you rather see it differently, change your beliefs, change your conversation on all of those things to something that you would like to see, and believe in that, and see what happens then. But this is the thing. You can't just say one time, like, oh yeah, I'm a millionaire. This is what I believe. I'm a millionaire. That is true because we're all potential and we're all that same source of the universe and God. Again, we're all that same unlimited, unlimited natured being. We're all that. So that is true. And if we're all possibilities, that means all possibilities are possible right now. There's only now. So whatever you want to be, do, or have, you can be, do, or have, depending on what you say you believe, do, or have. But if you're living from an experience where you're perceiving that you're poor, and you automatically say, "Oh no, now I believe that I'm in a now I believe I'm in a excuse me, now I believe I'm a millionaire. I'm filthy rich. I'm I got money falling on my pockets." That's a good start, but if you look outside in the 3D reality that is what I'm telling you is an illusion. An illusion doesn't mean fake. Illusion just means not what it seems. If you're looking outside to the illusion for what you're saying you believe to come true and you don't see it, it's because you're still looking. You're still looking for the thing outside of yourself. But if I tell you that you're the universe and you're God and what you say goes, that means you can't no longer look for it outside in the 3D. In reality, you have to look for it inside, within your mind's eye. You just have to know that you are all things because you are unlimited. Start to have beliefs that coincide with that, and then you will see it. But it's not because you're looking for it, it's because that's who you're being. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So who do you say you are? Take a look into that, to who you really are, and change accordingly. If who you say you are is who you are, and you're okay with that, and your quote unquote reality is showing that back to you, is mirroring it back to you, then I mean you got it figured out. There you go. But can you be honest with yourself if you don't see something you like or something about yourself that you don't like, and something in your physical reality that you don't necessarily like and you want it to change? Well, you have to be honest enough to know that it's coming from you. Nowhere outside of you. It's coming from within you. If you start to blame things outside of you, then you don't realize that you are the operant power. You are the source of everything. You are God. There's a line in scripture. I and my Father are one. Yet my Father is greater than I, meaning we are me, you, everyone else is a part of the Father, but the Father is greater than us. But we're still part of it. We're still part of that power. That means we are gods. So all these limited beliefs and all these things that people tell you and society tells you, like, oh, you have to do all these things to get money, you have to work, you have to slave. That's true. That's true if that's true if you subscribe to that. But we don't. What I'm saying is we don't have to subscribe to those things. We can test them out ourselves, and if it doesn't work for us, we don't believe that's true for us. We don't have to believe that, and we can change it. Everything's a mindset shift, not necessarily an action. Your physical actions come from your mindset, come from your inner dialogue, come from who you are inside. The actions stem from that naturally. So you don't have to go out and do anything to get anything because you are everything. And when you walk with that conviction that you are everything, everything mirrors that. And that's how you know you are it. But are you strong enough to test that out for yourself? Because I'm just saying that's a possibility for you, for me, for everybody. Whoever you say you are, whoever you believe yourself to be, whatever you think is true for you in this physical reality, believe it. Believe it within your core of your being. See it with your mind's eye. Feel it as if it's true. And the physical reality has to take that on as truth for you. Because everything is you mirrored outwards. Everything. It has to be because we're all the same being. And if we're all the same being, everything's you mirrored, everything's you pushed out, everything's you being mirrored. So whatever you have conviction of yourself being, having, doing, whatever, that's what you're going to see in your physical reality, which is an illusion, meaning AKA not what it seems. This is not solid. It feels solid, but it's actually you're repelling against it on a molecular atomic level. You're not even touching things. It's being repelled. Look it up. Don't take my word for it, but I'm just saying We have more say so here. We have way more power than we thought we ever had, than what we're told we had. And it's time for us to step into that power because that's who we are. We are power. There is nothing else more powerful than us. You, me, her, him, it. Whatever you want to call yourself. We're all that strong. We are all that powerful. And it's time for us to recognize it. So let's recognize